Yes, well, abatulaba ku mukutu gwaffe ogwa ya media mbaniriza olunaku olwaleero amanya n'eddoboozi Mugabe Godwin abasinga bamanyinga Eastwood Media. Of course tubeera tutuuse musawa bwezi tubeera tutuuse ne program yaffe gye bayita the daily brief we tukuleetera ebintu ebyenjawulo ebihappeninga mu ggwanga. There are so many things that are happening in the country. There are so many things that are happening in different sectors in this country, our motherland, Uganda. And we want to get attracted to these things and discuss them and see how they are moving. Mbeera nkuleetedde omugenyi omu oba ababiri, of course wabonda byeko mu program eno nga tugenda twogera ku nsonga ez'enjawulo from the education sector, from the information sector, from the entertainment sector, and other sectors as well. Yes, olunaku olwaleero negatiddwako omusajja omuganda. Olimpoza oli musajja muganda? Musajja wa Kabaka. Bamuyita Tendo Henry Martin. Omusajja atapowa. Omusajja yali ku UICT nga yesimbye ku Guild President. Ebintu nebitagenda nga bwe yali abisuubira, but of course that kind of resilience and consistency and persistence nti olina osigala nga opushinga mpaka aiminga ku kyoto kyo ky'oba ofunye. Olunaku olwaleero mulina mu capacity nga Guild President wa Seeta University. Abatamanyi Seeta University ajja gitunyumizaako. What is Seeta University? Where is it located? Esangibwawa? Biki ebikolebwayo? Is it like other universities, or there are other? There are other things that are done there. Yes, Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy to have you today.
Thank you so much. Abalabi baffe abanaya media nsanyuse nnyo okubeera wano wamu nammwe era mwenna abeekuumira ku mpewo za media mbalamusizaako. Amannya gange bampita Tendo Henry Martin, omukulembeze w'abayizi ku Seeta University. Nsanyuse nnyo okubeera wano wamu nawe Mwami Mugabe Godwin.
Yes, Mwami Tendo, omulabi waffe ali eyo yandiyagadde okumanya what is Seeta University? What does it stand for? What does it do? Is it like other universities like Makerere, like MOBS, or it has a different kind of maybe let me say curriculum that it is offering to the students?
Seeta University is a new beacon of hope in the land. Seeta University stands for Science, Environment, Engineering, Technology and Agriculture. Seeta University is situated in the heart of Mukono, that is along Mbarara Road, that is Kampala Jinja Highway. Seeta University, obuuziza nti is it like other universities?
Yes,
is it like Makerere, MOBS and the likes? Seeta University is just like any other university, but Seeta University is a university with a difference. Tailored to ignite minds, tailored to produce candidates or citizens on the global scale that are ignited in their minds. That is Seeta University. Yes.
What is that one thing that makes Seeta University very special from other universities?
What makes Seeta University very special from other universities? That Seeta University comes with a deep understanding of the needs and interests of the ever-changing career world. That is Seeta University. Seeta University comes with what we call the competence-based education system. Seeta University comes with what we call a system that equips relevant skills and abilities into the students, in that when a student is thereafter done with their education, they are able to compete favorably in the ever-changing career world, like I said earlier. Yes, compete favorably, in fact. Yes, on a global scale. Yes, that is Seeta University.
Yes, well, diverting away from Seeta University as an institute and maybe now coming to you, the Guild President-elect. Have you sworn in yet, or?
Swearing in is coming in in the due course of the month.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes, well, as the new guild president-elect, our viewers there would want to know, right? What does it take for someone to be a guild president? What bino ebintu abaana abasinga babyenyigiramu ate abasinga tebabiwabudde. You find that in a university setting, you'd find something like maybe let me say 8 candidates. Out of the 8 candidates, and you find that there are over maybe let me say 20,000 students. And out of the 20,000 students, you find that when they are voting, by the time they are counting the votes, you find that the voters are around like 3,000, sometimes 2,000. But then you ask yourself, where is the other population? What are they? Do they take part in the leadership process of their university, or what does it take for someone to be a guild president?
Wow, such an interesting question. What does it take to be a guild president? First things first, I'm going to address the question of the numbers varying or the tallies, not adding up in relation to the number of the students in a university. First things first, you realize that university students, much as it is the highest epitome of learning, students there are insociate, they're nonchalant, they're so much invested in their own business, in their own space. You get, they are not bothered about what is transpiring in the country. They're not bothered about what is even yet to transpire in their university. As long as somebody is happy, nina internet ku simu yange, nina data ku simu yange, ngenze ku hostel nina ekyokulya, period. Lecture yange eriyo sawa mmeka. Once I'm done with my lecture, I'm going straight to the shuttle drops me to my hostel. That is a university student, a normal university student. Then there are those that are invested, there are those that are prudent, there are those that are mentally capacitated, in that they want to know what is equally transpiring in the country, what is equally yet to happen in the university space. What are the leadership structures in the university space? Those are the minority. Because you realize the day of polls comes and something like 40% turns up to vote.
Out of the 100.
Out of 100, 40% comes to turn up. Even below, we've seen it happen.
Actually, those are a number 40%.
40% na nene. 35% are wansi. Those are the ones that turn up. Realize that our generation is so which word can I best use? They are gullible.
Tebafayo
checho. They don't care, Tebinkwatako. That is their word chebakoze. So that is the word that best describes. Nti banu enkumi ebbiri oba enkumi esatu abaturninga up to vote. They are the ones that are invested. They are the ones, and even some of them are even compelled, because part of strategy is compelling. Omuntu omwagazisa n'omukaka n'omusindika mu kintu, and before you know it, they are doing it.
Exactly.
You get. That is why we have low voter turn-up and so on and so forth.
Let's look at your journey. As a guild, as well, someone who was contesting for guild president. How did it start? Like from UICT, then you went to Seeta just to vote to that dream, or?
Wow. So my journey starts with a notion hitting my subconscious mind. I have an aspiration. I want to be somewhere. I want to be somebody in the political space of this country.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the leadership structures of this country. You get. I just had that notion in me that you realize that our generation is in need of exceptional leaders. And if we don't stand out, we are headed for disaster. So, my journey for leadership stretches as a notion, as a thought, you get, as a belief in myself, as a belief in myself. So, it stretches from, was it 2022? I'm like, let me go and do my diploma at UICT. I go in for my diploma at UICT, that is the Uganda Institute of Information and Communications Technology. That is cohort 2023-2024. So I join in, I study the structures, I know the dynamics. Yeah, basically I fall in play. You get, I study the grounds, I make sure the grounds are leveled to the very best and to my very best of advantage. So nentabala ningenda ku ground nenjogera n'abayizi. I invested my time just like any other candidate or just like any other youngster that wants to be somebody. I invest my time much as I'm studying, you know, balancing, navigating that space between my education and my leadership aspirations. So nenyingira omuliro bagita tanulu. Omuliro gwo gwanjokya kyenyiza okugamba. It was quite challenging. You're financially bind. Sente tewali. You're depending on handouts. You get. You talk to your team. You build a team. You talk to your team and you're like, this and this is missing. This and this and this. They stand with you.
Abasinga bayinza obutakitegera because they are students.
They are students. Abasinga bayinza obutakitegera.
And tumanyi obulamu bwa student and student center abazijja wa muzadde.
Exactly. Exactly. Nti omuyizi adependinga ku student. I mean ku muzadde. Nange kenyini nesimbyewo naye nina
dependinga ku muzadde.
Ku muzadde. Okitegeera. So newesanga kati mu space nti oyina okulwana to meet the financial obligation as somebody who is vying to be a student leader, and you also have to meet grounds. You have to meet the grounds. No yogera n'abayizi. And the worst bit of it all is tomanya kiri ku mutima. You'll never know what is on the heart. Much as you talk to the people, much as you talk to the students fraternity and convince them, trust me, leadership yange oba manifesto yange oba ebirubirirwa byange eri abayizi byali appealing kyenyiza okugamba byali appealing because they were forethought ngolabira ddala this is a prudent young man tugenze mu debate ntebolinze mata oba ntebolinze opinions zange ntebolinze manifesto zange tutabadde tuvuddeyo tugenze mu final rally njiyingidde nkoze kyensobodde nwanyi ebigambo propaganda
yali mungi
propaganda gwe bankubako obukubinze gwolaba bankuba propaganda nentuula wansi and have you ever been in a space where you cannot even defend the propaganda? But you just have to let it slide. But somebody out there who is spreading it can't let it what? Slide. Chegere. So nagezaako okukiignoringa nengezaako ninga propaganda
susenga mungi.
So netuvaawo netuyingira akalulu. Akalulu bakankubye. Ekyamazima akalulu banziba kabbe.
Tokkiriza nti
sikiriza.
Why is it that most of the people that are defeated in elections, they think that they are rigged? Nkirabyeko bw'otunuulira at national level, then you look at international level. Era still olaba nga abantu beemulugunya. Right now akalu kabadde kakagwa kagungi aka Cameroon.
Yes.
Opposition leader agamba nti no current president yamubye okuddamu okufuuka president His Excellency Biya. Bagamba nti yabbye akalulu opponent and they are demonstrating up to now. There are so many protests and I've seen him put out a letter. Why is it that abantu abasinga bakuba akalulu tebakkiriza?
So
basing on the structure in our country mainly, soko tunene structures NRM wali balonda ba flag bearers.
Kati ngenda kwata Cameroon eyo relating ne leadership structures wano mu Uganda of a ruling party. In a system where every institution has been compromised and suffocated, what do you expect? Somebody is remaining the helm, is remaining at the top. endala zonna system has compromising nze, judiciary agicompromising nze, legislature agicompromising nze, buli kimu agicompromising nze. What do you expect?
Of course,
do you expect justice?
I know. Until you say that most of people don't accept it. That
exactly. So, nali mu system nga banga threats. That is the worst place to be in, by the way. If you ever be in a space where they see you as a threat, that is the worst place to be in. Because everyone will fight you. Everyone will fight you. Okay, I know sometimes I'm inevitable. I feel it in me. You get, I'm inevitable. You get. But again, coming back to lwaki nagaana okukkiriza. Nze nagaana okukkiriza kubanga omuntu waleetera ballot box eya wood wali okirabye eya black ng'ate yambaawo wali okirabyewa.
That kills the idea of transparency.
That kills the idea of transparency. Gwe wali okirabyewa.
Tekiriyo.
Yeah?
Tekiriyo. I've not seen that one happening anywhere.
Kati tokomye okwo. Ba agent bo baba polling agent bo bali mu line boogera n'abalonzi. Gwe ababa baba suffocating nze tebabakkiriza naye waliwo ebyana n'abaana. You get, they've suffocated your agents, they are capitalizing on other agents. You get, you try to raise it, they call security for you. The dean of students is flooding the polling stations in and out, entering in and out with a bag, moreover. What do you expect? And there are cases where there is a scenario where before we started even voting that particular day, we had a situation where the Electoral Commission had to tell us that there are 200 votes, 200 ballot papers missing. You get? So if you really knew the electorate, knew the number of the electorate, how come such inconsistencies are coming? How? In those irregularities that show the inconsistencies and quite a number of incompetencies in the system, in the structure.
Yeah, sure.
So then the other thing is you've refused to table or you've refused to display the register of the electorate. What are you trying to insinuate? What?
So ideally the election was not upright.
Ideally the election was not upright. But I was left with no option but to do what? To concede. And the aftermath of the election was really crazy on my side. It was hard to bottle up. Trust me. I went through a lot. I went through it. That is the best I can say. You know, questioning what didn't I do? You know, that question is too slothful in that you try to reminisce, you try to reflect on each and everything. And you're like, what really didn't I do? Where didn't I reach? Where did I go wrong? Those are the questions I was asking myself. You get? Nga kinyiga mulimu mutima channuma.
Because nsologa nti naliko ku ground nga you'd really see nti ground eri kuside you.
Ani atachiraba? Ani
atachiraba you to the extent because naliko ku voting day nga olaba the opponent is like he has already conceded. Akiriza
kati kankusese opponent yansanga kusawa nga munana nangamba congratulations my brother
nga
yawanise dda najja ne mukabox kange nampereza message congratulations my brother yajimpereza mukabox oba yali agezaako ku mocking oba yali
bali bamanyiyo but anyway
oba message njijonjira gaba abalabi
nga tunayongerayo ladies and gentlemen that are still watching us. I know guys you're watching us so much. Please, if you've not yet followed us on our social media platforms, you can go to X as Naya Media Uganda, You go to TikTok as Naya Media, YouTube, of course, this is where we are, and you need to subscribe to our channel. Then as well, you can go to Facebook, we are there, Instagram, we are there. Please follow us. Tell a friend to follow us, because it is you that makes us continue working and giving you such information. To keep pushing and keep moving together, we need to support each other. Maybe in any way or the other, your like or your follow is the only money that we can get from you. Maybe if there is any other person that would want to give us money, but I think that is what we can get from you. Yes, Henry.
Yes.
Let's look at the Seeta journey now, leaving UICT. Because I can understand, even the way you're talking, someone would see that you're really disappointed. But unfortunately, it wasn't on your side.
Yes.
Let's look at Seeta. Comparing the Seeta and UICT election, which one was easier? Which one looked easier? Very easy for you?
Well, to be honest, the election that looked easy for me was for the Uganda Institute of Information and Communications Technology.
The one that you lost?
The one that I lost surprisingly looked easy.
I didn't judge it here.
How? It comes so that we only two contenders, two candidates in the race. And I had the majority polls. You get? Echo champa momentum. Mwajanga ku media team yo yajanga ku ground walabanga ekyalingawo.
Yeah, sure.
You saw how the grounds were receptive. You saw how the atmosphere could change whenever I reached the ground. Again, that aside, wow, tugenze ku Seeta University. Seeta University stands for Science, Environment, Engineering, Technology and Agriculture. That is Seeta University. Seeta University seeks to be the leading global institution with exceptional education inculcated in the competence-based system. You get? That is the competence-based education system. You get? In that, nti obeera mu class okumala ennaku 3 a week. Nokwata ennaku 2 nogenda mu field. That is what makes Seeta University stand out. Osoma bw'ogenda mu field. Osoma bw'okola. That is what makes Seeta University an exception to the world. You get? Yes.
Is it that made you that made it easy for you to win the election?
Well, what made it easy for me?
Tendo sento zijawa. Sendo zijawa. Because from investing in UICT, you've not won. Would expect maybe you'll be like, hey, my money, katinyuzo utadamu kuteka sente mukalu. Na manyo gajawa gati twalas. Sente ndala mukalu ka Seeta University. My
election ni sente siche chikulu. And I pity people that capitalize money in an election. Yes, much as money is very, very crucial. You can't rule out the aspect of money.
Because
or the financial
for everything to move, you must have money.
Yes, you must have money. You get? That's why you realize candidates that are financially bound find it hard for the grounds to be receptive, to them. So in that, nti omuntu ajja kujja ku ground ina idea naye at the end of the day chichiolagawo. When you have resources, you make a statement. You always make a statement. Engombo ya abavubuka ennaku zino mukuyita kulabisa. Olabisa. Okitegere? So you make a statement. So tujja tutya ku Seeta University. Seeta University joining mu July for the August intake. You get? Because I was impressed. I saw the system. I saw how, you know, they are intending to inculcate the agility, the flexibility in their system, and how organized, how structured everything is. You get? So I joined Seeta University and we commence the trimester in August around 4th. So we go in for orientation for quite a number of days. Then thereafter, nebatandika okwogera ku leadership structures. I saw people, showing their intent, showing, nga balaga nti bakyagala. Nenga nze ndi mukiri eri nkyayina obulumi bwange. I saw people showing a lot of zeal, a lot of enthusiasm for these leadership positions. Nga nze ndi awo ndaba birabe. So nengamba
ogamba kanumbe
nengamba leadership structures nno Seeta University etaga leadership structures ge mazima twetaga student leadership structures ziri serious nikimbeera kaawo mugundi mu mind yange nimbeera awo nga I'm thinking about it nga nkirowozaako kati lumu ntudde mu class with a friend and our friend is like, man, you're always smart, you always articulate, oyogera bulungi and your ideas are always building. Your ideas are always very insightful. He speaks to me. He speaks life into me. Zenali aonga, I speak what I have to say. Nyingira class ninjogera ne socialize after ninginda. I live. Ngasagala kwesembereza things to do with leadership. Ncha ina chidi, ncha ina eri. Naye mba ndi awo. Tuyingide wiki yokusatu eyokuna. So they call for the interim leadership council. They call for applications and all that, Such you realize the university was or is in its inaugural stages. So they're trying to come up with they're trying to integrate structures of leadership such that there is easy service delivery and so on and so forth. So nebaita interim leadership committee nengamba kangende nteekamu okusaba kwange nteekamu ne shortlistinga eyo committee yali eri kwebyo ne shortlistinga. They shortlist 22 persons. Out of the 22 I was among.
Wait, they needed one person in the structure, or they needed more than one person?
Well, an interim is a provisional government. You get it for a tentative period of time and thereafter it dissolves. Okay. Situations where a good president has been impeached, or situations where there is no president at all. So for this case we're just at the inception of everything. So netuteekamu bali baagala abakulembeze leaders that they are going to closely work with have structures fall in place. So they call for the interim, tutademo okusaba kwaffe, we've applied and so on and so forth. Olwamalirizaawo tufunye meeting, tutandise meetings. The very first meeting mwe balondera ani agenda okubeera chairman, but before we ba shortlisting ababiri nentandika okuyega okunoonya nengamba netaga majority vote mu interim okuyitawo ngani nga chairman. Tandika okwogera n'abaana 9 ennaku 3 okwogera nabo zokka. They shortlist on Thursday. I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is the meeting. You guys, the first meeting. I thought it wise nengamba wenetantala meeting eno nga sinaba kwogera ne badelegate bano kiyinza okunzibuwalira nentuukirira omukuumu kitegera nenconvincinga nengamba nina kati enamba. I have social capital now, I have momentum, I can speak to some meeting. Who wants to be chairman? Who wants to? I raise my hand. Then other contenders also raise their hands. Never wanike mikono jawe. Thereafter never tuyita. Women are voting in favor of this, women are voting. Never tandiko sula akawulo ntulonda. nenfuna obululu bwange 16 bwali 16 ine nalimbaze 18 ne mu 18 omwo mulimu abatampa ate nenga bankakasiza ndi bagenda kumpa ngendo gwe kyanewunyisa nnyo nga waliwo gwe nakakasiza nampa assurance ne musanga ate ne tutuuka mu house mu sitting ngenda okulaba naye ayagala bwaki
nga naye ayagala
bwakiyama so ezo situation nazo nenzisanga tugenze ku interim. Wow, the sole purpose of the interim was to restructures, institute an electoral commission, such that we go into the elective politics. So, to institute the electoral commission, we've benchmarked the electoral process and so on and so forth. We've ushered in the electoral commission. We had to dissolve. The interim now. Interim worked strictly, was it a month? Nga fe tumaze business yafe yali ewedde nga tumaliriza. Then tuyingide gundi roadmap ya electoral commission bagifulumiza ndi awo akalulu kano kankusisa.
Ng'owulira oyagala oba nga okyatidde elective politics?
Awo natuuka ekiseera ne ŋŋamba nti I think leadership is my calling. Natuka nenzikiriza. Nengamba nti I can't run away from leadership. You get? I can't run away from leadership because there is a way I got hungry out of the blue. Nenga nali nabikowa. Nenga I have that hunger in me. Nineri enjala, nineri enyonta in me. You get? So nembera onengamba nti kati omanyi tugenda mu lutabaalo. We are going into the worst now. So I start by talking to people on the interim, those that I was with on the interim, that proved solid, that proved to be men I can trust. You get? I won't mention their names, but you really
appreciate them.
Yes, I really appreciate them. I appreciate them. I know they must be watching right now, and I absolutely appreciate them. So, netuyingira olutabaalo nkusese akalulu nkayingira siina yadde 10 ku savings account yange nga sirina yadde 10 nze nkubuulira amazima neŋŋamba naye omanyi tugende mu kalulu bwe nagamba abasajja bange ne mbagamba tugende mu kalulu. Nagamba olina okubeera ng'oli financial ebiki twatuuza meeting okitegeera twakola camp meeting twayita camp meeting basajja bane baŋŋamba oyimiridde otya financial ebiki byonna nga mbagamba kimu mumanyi
sirina
saasooka bagamba sirina
kuba bajja kudduka.
So I decided to have my hopes high. I had hope nabagamba resources weziri. Truth is naina akasente kenali there is a sum of money that I was expecting, but
just like any normal Uganda,
just like any normal
live on except okusuubira sawa yonna osuubira akasente
so I was just there expecting some money. So ninyingira olutabaalo. I declared my intent. I fell into the plans of the electoral commission. Tutandise tuyingidde, nomination has come. I subscribe, I pay the subscription fee, I pay the nomination fee, and so on and so forth. I meet all the requirements. Nengamba kati tuyingidde.
Olwomuyingira mulina budget ya sente mmeka?
Nyingidde akawuli nina budget close to. Okay, since this is a growing environment, it's a growing environment. I didn't have to spend a lot. I may not disclose the figures, but we spent a reasonable sum of money. Chenyezo kugamba.
Million 20 million.
Around there.
Even exceeded. Because there's a guilty president I had whose budget was 48 million. That was initial budget, but I ended up spending 60 million.
Yeah, I also remember there's a good president I was interacting with. He's a very close friend of mine. He told me he spent a lot of money. His initial budget was 36, but he ended up spending, was it 49?
Because I remember I was also in a certain campaign, our budget was 20 million, but we ended up spending 35.
So, ebyo byonna bibeerawo miscellaneous ekuyingira essaawa yonna. So, twayingira kalulu sente tewali, olina okufacilitatinga team. Team ebyo byo teyagala biwulira. You have to facilitate the team, you have to brand. People that have been in the race know how hard it is to brand. You have to brand. On top of that, you have to make a statement. You have to stand out on every appearance that you make with the numbers. That is your mobilization. And mobilization comes with a strategy. How are you mobilizing? What is your strategy? What is your plan? How are you executing? What are you bringing on table that is luring these insociate students, these students that are, gullible, students that are so much invested in their own things. Politics again, you have to lure them, you have to interest them. Bagalachi vibe yetagisachi kasente. So ebyo byonna tubitaddewo. Surprisingly sente si a fundamental requirement. Fundamental requirement is the numbers.
Do you have the numbers?
Do you have the numbers? You can have the money, you can brand, you can do everything, but do you have the numbers? Because numbers don't lie. Numbers reflect. Those numbers will reflect. On the day of polls, they will reflect. On days you have activities, they will reflect. Unokutambula negali ku nominations day. Unokubisa t-shirt, unokubisa banner, unokubisa poster. Posters, banners, byonna bitwala sente.
Kati nga oyingidde akalulu. How many candidates were you?
Twali ba candidate bana. Bakandidate bana. And all this
looking at the environment, how would you give an estimate of the number of students?
The estimate
abali mu university.
The estimate of the number of students, we are 500 something. You get. That is an estimate. I'm just estimating. You get. So, tuyingira olutabaalo luno twaliba ba candidates bana. Ba candidates bana, and all these candidates, I served with them
At
the interim as their chairman. I served with them. So, nga bali bonna bali ambitious, bonna bakyetaaga. Okitegera? So nze jukira nali nina this background of the political space.
Tobadde mu political space obaddewo.
Yes, I knew how to navigate this scape. So nentuula wansi. I concealed my intention, by the way, to vie as guild president. I concealed. You get. I concealed my intent to come as guild president. Kyanyambye ekintu ekyo. How? Nayogeranga n'abaana. I established a real genuine connection with them. Aside politics, my political affiliation. Nayogeranga nabo on a friendly, basis. Nenkola mukwano. I made friendship with the students' fraternity. You get. I built character. Man, that guy is good. That guy greets us. That guy says hello. That guy, is somebody you can crack a joke with. Is somebody that I was approachable. That is the picture I painted for the students' fraternity. And yes, I am still. Propaganda yagezaako kujja jachuka siwali. But that is me. That is culture. That is character. That is my character. I was raised that way. So, tutuuse tuyingidde olutabaalo presidential debate ewedde twogedde oluzungu thereafter tugenda mu final rally waliwo media team gwagireeta gwagikulembera You covered everything. You saw the influence that was there.
Yeah, the environment. Yeah, it was
So,
really appeasing.
Tuvuddeyo ku final rally. Okay, waliwo ekifaananyi kye nalaba ku final rally. Oba wakiraba? Ekifaananyi ku final rally nti twatuuka ekiseera ne tulaba nti contenders bali babiri. Okitegeera? Abali mu kalulu bali babiri. So, ne tuyingira final rally ewedde, olunaku lw'okulonda lutuuse.
Simba wakati awo. Waliwo bingi bye tubuuse nga of course twandibadde tubyogerako. But of course for this episode ndooza tujja kukwatira awo so that the next episode we can look at the election day.
In detail.
We can look at what you stood for. Bintu ki byewali oyagala okukola nga otuuse mu bukulembeze. Kyemmanyi oyinza obba ebimu wabitandiseeko dda. Yes, well, abatulaba ku mukutu gwaffe ogwa Naya Media, olunaku olwaleero mugenda tukkiriza tukomaawo. Kuba tunaamalayo emboozi eno, abantu abamu oyinza obutabanyumira. Bingi bye tubuuse, ebiruubirirwa bye, kye bayita manifesto ye gye yali draftinze gy'agenda okugoberera. Na biki yali aluubirira okukolera abayizi mu nnaku 10 ng'afuuse president. Ebyo byonna tugenda bireetamu episode eddako. Other than that, tubaagala nnyo, mwebale nnyo okutugoberera. Mubeereko eno story ejja banyumira. Bintu bingi bye tutanaba ku discussinga, bintu bingi ebikyaliyo. Thank you so much. We love you. Follow us on all our social media platforms, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere. And don't forget to comment and share. Thank you so much. We love you guys. We'll meet next time. Thank you.